What's up, guys? It's Ganja5420 here, and I'm here to show you $100 to $1 billion challenge. And today we got BitTorrent. I'm sure a lot of you know about BitTorrent, and if you don't know about BitTorrent, BitTorrent is one of the largest file storing software in the world. And it's been around since 2001. And Tron, Justin's son, had enough money to buy BitTorrent. This is an established business, and anybody in business, or even if you're not in business, you shop at Walmart, you shop at Target, you shop at wherever you shop at, because they have a good reputation. If Walmart and Target today were just starting off today, they probably wouldn't have nearly the customer base or the repeat customers because they didn't have the reputation. So reputation is so very important, especially when you talk about business and when you talk about the crypto space. This space has only been around for the last 2 decades. Really, it's a nothing burger in terms of like industry. You know, it's not older. It's not even a fourth of the age of the car industry. It's not the fourth of the age of food industry. Food industry is ancient. So the fact that it's already at $1 billion plus market cap, and that's a nothing burger. Again, this is only 3% of the world that are investing. And so for $100, it gets you 54 million for $100. Now that's just if you want to just passively just put some money down and see where it goes. But if you're looking to make ridiculous gains, retirement gains, because I'm gonna tell you, even with 54 million, even if let's say this went to 54 million today you would be rich. Tomorrow you might be middle class. How much money in this new system are you going to need to be rich? So let's see. Let's see how much $300 would get you. It gets you $163 million or 163 million BTT for $300. Now it's possible that this could go to $1, but again, because it goes to $1, doesn't mean it's valued at $1, meaning that today's dollar isn't valued at $1. It's valued at 3 cents. For every dollar that you and I make, we're only making 3 cents worth of purchasing power. So when the Federal Reserve continuously prints more and more money, same as the ECB and all the other central banks, they're debasing the currency. And in doing that, it makes even if costs stay the same, it makes it for you, it hurts your pocketbook more because you're losing the ability to buy the same goods and services you were before at a at a much at a much lower interval. Because again, inflation is just an invisible tax. It's a tax that doesn't have to be passed through Congress. They just shift it off to you and I. Inflation is you and I go to work and they just print more money, and essentially they're sucking the wealth, which is the work, which is the product and or service that you and I are producing. They're doing that just because. They're doing that just because to keep the markets and everything stabilized. But everything is not stable. The dollar is dead, and that's why you should buy projects with real utility like BitTorrent, like Ape NFT, like IMBC, like WPP, and Power Ledger. But we're gonna go through each one individually, and I'm gonna tell you why. So BitTorrent is a file storage system, and they're one of the oldest and one of the largest in the world. In fact, 40% of their traffic comes from Google. And right now, as you can see, their market cap is at $1.6 billion. And again, that's a nothing burger because only 3% of the world right now invest in crypto. So for $300, 163 million, let's say it goes to $1. That's 163 million. Granted, depending on where you live, you're going to have to pay taxes on that. And you're still going to have to deal with inflation, but you'll still be living a lot better than those who didn't invest, those that didn't take the time to study, even to watch videos like this. Watch videos of the people that are doing the research, because maybe you got a job, maybe you got a family, maybe you don't have a lot of money. Same with me, you know, and you're just trying to find the way out. Because I'm gonna tell you, after I make this video, I'm gonna make another video of why, like, working a regular quote unquote job is gonna be damn near impossible going forward in the next 10 years. But that's another video. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe button, you know. Next, we have Ape NFT. Now, Ape NFT is, of course, based off of Tron, which is why I think you should get some TRX, even though right now the supply is infinite. I don't think TRX is going to be, or is going to have an infinite supply, just because I believe the investors and the people, the developers who are developing Tron, I believe that they want a much higher price. But with that being said, Tron has some of the most cheapest exchange fees ever. I wish a lot of projects that are based off ETH move to Tron, because like nobody wants to wake up, like, if your gas fee, and that's the fee that you pay for every transaction on Ethereum or on a blockchain, if your gas fee is $79 today, that's high, that's pricey, but you can deal with that. But let's say tomorrow, and this does happen with Ethereum. Let's just say tomorrow the gas fee is a $500, and that's $500 on top of what you're already buying. And so, um, ETH has its place definitely, but in terms of like trades, swapping, buying crypto, or even ETH derived projects, that's insane. Those are insane. And unless you're rich, and even if you are rich, who wants to spend $500 on the gas fee that you could buy so many other projects with that $500? And so that's why I think projects like Tron, XRP, they're really gonna outshine Ethereum on that regard in terms of swapping. But Ethereum definitely has its place, and I'm gonna show you what other people haven't shown you or peeped at that I think they should later. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe. Now, Ape NFT is looking to be the market leader of like curating NFTs, as well as temporary, contemporary, and basically all things art. They want to be the one-stop shop to all things art. Now, there's a lot of NFT companies out there, but very few have these two backing them. They don't have Sotheby's and they don't have Christie's backing them. Sotheby's and Christie's are two of the largest auction houses on planet Earth. And so for $100 for 64 million, that's pretty good. But I'm a visionary. I see more for Tron and Ape NFT, and with that relationship with Christie's and Sotheby's. Everybody imagines, like, man, if I had $100 million, I would buy this house, that house, this car, wooty wooty woo, right? But the way things are going, especially like when you have brands like Apple, who have like, they're basically the Drake of technology. Like, they have Apple phone, Apple Watch, Apple this, and they have a cult following of people. They're just like, Apple. My phone is an Apple phone. I used to be a totally Android. I used to crap all the time on Apple until I got one and started using it. I was like, okay, I see why Apple is the blank. Now, the same with Ape NFT and this whole Christie's and Sotheby's relationship. I see a world where not only we're interacting virtually with our headsets, AVR, and all of that. I see a world where people, they have their NFTs, they have their art, but they also have their homes. Not necessarily brick and mortar. They might have smart homes. Maybe they feel like, I could paint my house this color or that color, but really, what's that exclusive feel? What's that personalized feeling that if you go buy your home, you know it's yours, but when you bring your friends or you bring somebody over, you want them also to know your home. That's your home. What if you had this fine art that you either created or you bought, and you don't just want to frame it up and put it in a picture. Maybe you want the entire interior house to be NFT of sort because it is smart. It has technology in it. Maybe the interior is is its own NFT. Maybe it has um, something like this or Andy Warhol. It has that, but that's the entire interior of the house, and you can interact with it. Same with the exterior of the house. This is where I see Ape NFT going. You don't partner up with just the auction houses and the two largest auction houses on earth, and you don't think about that because you have to think if they could do this, that would free up so much capital within the real estate space. It would make real estate more liquid because like once you buy real estate, it just sits there and then you have to go find a buyer. Then you have to go through all of these nuances of buying and selling real estate before you can actually get any capital or go take a loan at it. But with this, like man, like if they want the rights to the art, that's in your home or the exterior interior, think about how much money could be generated. So that's what I'm thinking about, and that's why I definitely have some Ape NFT. And you can also stake Ape NFT and earn a very great interest, a lot higher interest than what the rate of inflation is currently, right? Because if it's at 7.6%, let's just round it up to 8%. You with some of the coins that are on Tron, you could earn an average of 10% higher, 10% more than the 7 or 8% that inflation is taking away from you. Because even if you're at a job right now, what you're fighting against is not only rent, it's not only, you know, entertainment, except it's also you're fighting inflation. And nobody on this planet, not even Jeff Bezos, can fight inflation. Jeff Bezos can't fight inflation. He's not feeling it as much because he has a lot of money, but inflation erodes wealth. It erodes wealth, but for those projects that have real world utility, like Ape NFT, like BitTorrent, also like INBC, who is developing a cure for HIV, for $100 you can get 1.2 billion. It's going to be these real world projects that are leading the space over the next decade. And it's going to be those people that maybe they didn't have time to make videos, maybe they didn't have time to look up things, but they did watch the people that gave them the information and they continue to sharpen their knife, their mind, and that's you're going to be that person. You're going to be that person in your family, in your friend group. Hey, how'd you figure about INBC? How'd you figure out about Ape NFT? Oh, I just watched some videos. The fact that you gave your time to make sure you had yours before time was up, they're gonna be surprised. They're gonna be like, dang, I wish I was on that train. I could have been sitting nice. I could have been sitting nice. But we're gonna be sitting nice. We're gonna be eating caviar with a whole bunch of crown molding surrounding us. We're gonna be living nice. But yeah, INBC is 70% done with their HIV therapy solution. And I really think you guys should check them out because, like I said, healthcare is one of the most expensive things on the planet. And in fact, we spend that's probably our top three biggest spending things that we spend money on as far as the country goes is healthcare. It's Medicare, healthcare, and Social Security. But most of that is just really healthcare. We spend a lot of money on healthcare, and HIV is very expensive. Even for their best drug against HIV being Biktarvy, it's $36,000 USD every single year. And every single year, you have to pay for that to continue to live. How many people have an extra $36,000 lying around? But for this treatment, they're looking for a cure. They're searching for a cure. And they already have they already self-funded, put up $300,000 of their own money, did their own test, own study, And right now, they're just looking to move forward with human trials. And so you might see this number continue to go down, the price, because they're going to continue to emit tokens until they can get enough funding to begin human trials, and at which point they're going to do a massive token burn. Just to think about that. So even if your $100 today is $50 tomorrow because they emitted more coins, you still have 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion coins. And knowing that there's going to be a token burn, we don't even know how much is going to be burnt. A lot of the investors really want more than half of this to be burnt. So if you get 2 billion, and let's just say the supply gets under 300 billion, you're going to be sitting good, really good. You get 3 billion, that's 1%. You'll have 1% of the supply for less than what? Let's see, because $200 gets you 2.4 billion, gives you 2.4 billion, and that's almost 1% of the supply. That's impressive. But this token is going to be used for actual getting the medical products, getting the medical treatments itself. So even if like they cut the supply, the people that this is going to matter to are the people with HIV. And there's over 36 million people worldwide with HIV. And so not only is this like a good PR move for you if you're looking to get an influencing, if you're looking to get, or even if you have a business started, this would be, oh, I invested in this project when it was nothing because I support people with HIV. You know, you're going to make a crap ton of money because these people, they're trying to find a cost effective way to not only treat but to cure people with HIV. And you have to think about how much capital, how much liquidity that frees up for the global economy. If this person doesn't have HIV, now they can maybe they wanted to go to the military. Now they have the ability to go to the military. Maybe they want to do construction. And now because they've been cured, you know, they can now do what their life dream is. You know, it's not always a lot about money about a lot of people. Sometimes it's just having that peace of mind, like I can live without this treatment. I can live without this pill. I can live without, I can just exist. And that is priceless to a lot of people. A lot of people wish they had, they could be healthy. They could just be healthy every day without worrying about waking up and having to take that medicine. So you have to think, how valuable is that to them? And if you hold this, you become priceless. You become invaluable. So that's why this is so very important. So I definitely think you should check out INBC and also follow Jonathan Fire. I'm gonna put that at the bottom of the description. Fire, FIOR, on Twitter. He's actually the CEO and developer of the project. And I believe this project is gonna go far because once we get past human trials, all we got to do is get past the regulators, you know, and it's gonna be fire, man. I'm gonna put at least 1,000 in this. Can't wait to get my tax return back. I'm putting at least 1,000. I want to be a billionaire. I didn't come on this channel or on this YouTube channel, place, whatever. I didn't come on here to just talk and maybe hopefully become an influencer. I want to help create billionaires. Who wants to be a billionaire and a real billionaire? Because even on the Forbes list right now, $1 billion doesn't get you on the Forbes list. I want to make it on the Forbes list. Don't you? So I'm sorry, I'm just excited. I'm excited for INBC, Ape NFT, BitTorrent, WPP, energy token because these projects are going to send people flying, flying. Your portfolio is going to be on fire. So WPP Energy, they're looking to basically create a global hydrogen station network. And so instead of getting all of our energy from oil, gas, electric, they're actually creating hydrogen stations, which I cannot wait, man. I still haven't learned how to drive yet. I'm 25 and I still haven't even learned how to drive. I want to learn how to drive, and I want my first car when I have the ability to buy my own car. I want it to be a hydrogen car because I think that's so cool. Like we were all promised when we saw the Jetsons when we were little, oh, we're gonna have flying cars. We're not there yet, but at least let us get a hydrogen car, right? Like and for only $100 you get 22,000. Like again, it's just about putting and allocating your money properly. This is not a good, quick, rich scheme, but at the same time, we are running out of time. We are all running out of time. Me, you, whoever watched this video, we are all running out of time. And it's time to get our ducks in a row so we can be the trailblazers of this new economic system. And energy, healthcare are going to be two of the major things um, that that are very important going forward. They're always important, but they're going to make the most money. Of course, when Joe Biden passed the infrastructure bill recently, he allocated $550 billion towards funding uh, green energy products. So if you invest intelligently, your project, let's say 2 to 5 years from now, you might have other countries pitch in and say, "Hey, we like what this crypto project is doing. We're going to give them." Because to a country, 100 million, 20 billion, $20 billion to a country is not a lot of money. It's really not. But to a company, to you and I, to the investor, that's that's insane gains, and that's outside whatever the market does. That's strictly based on the utility of the project. And so it's not only hi-fi that you should also invest in, but it's the cheapest between the two. Next is Power Ledger. Now, Power Ledger is a little bit more expensive. For $100, you only get 195. But Power Ledger is looking to, well, they're actually already operating in a couple countries, but their thing is they're sharing. Say you have some solar energy and you want to sell that to your neighbor. You want to sell that energy to your neighbor. Well, Power Ledger actually allows you to use that energy that you have stored and sell it on an open marketplace and basically get money for it. So I see this once they get connected, like in each of the regions that they're already in, once they really truly expand, I see this going way past $1,000 per power just because of the utility and the use case. It's really simple. The prices become really simple depending on the use. Now, could I say that the same for Shiba Inu? No, because there's no real world use. It's a great meme. It's a great, you know, project, but it doesn't provide that real world use case that you and I can see or you and I could use as a product or service in the real world. All this digital stuff is great and when you have the glasses and the AVR on, but when you take all that off and you come back to reality, you know, how has this technology made all of our lives better? I know that Power Ledger will make our lives better. I know that WPP token is going to make our lives better. And I know that IMBC and BitTorrent and Ape NFT are going to make our lives better. Because Ape NFT is just going to free up a crap ton of real estate globally. And so thank you for watching. And please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you next time.